Kick a touchdown sports.
Let's get it.
What's up, everyone? This is Kick a Touchdown
Howdy.
Sports. I'm Bill Whyte. Special guest, Devin Pinckney. Oh, taking a bow already before the show.
I'm
I like it.
honored to make the presence.
Awesome. We're honored to have you here. Me and just me and Devin. This show.
You and Jamarcus Russell.
Me,
Happy to have me.
Yeah, exactly. So in this show here, me and Devin are going to be doing a mock draft. We got the draft coming up. Best time of the year.
All 7 rounds. Yep,
Just stay tuned. No, just the first round. Just 1 through 32. We're going to get through this as quickly as we can. We got the snack of the week. We'll do that after pick 10. After the 10th pick, snack of the week. We'll make a mark right now. That's how we're doing that.
Nice little break.
Yeah, exactly. Snack break. It's after the Cowboys. But first, so let's get right into it, right? Let's get right into it. The Jaguars are on the clock.
I want to just unanimously name Trevor Lawrence out of Clemson, #1 overall pick.
Yep. So Trevor Lawrence, I should have already wrote that down.
That's been the pick since last college season.
Yeah, like 2 years ago. You know, he's just been unanimous. Trevor Lawrence is the pick there. So number 2 is the Jets, right? They need a quarterback. Sam Darnold's gone. He's in Carolina.
Been exiled.
Yep.
And the consensus, I feel like, has been Zach Wilson, and it's hard to argue with that. I like the prospects of Fields and other quarterbacks, but with the chatter around the league and just everyone you talk to, Zach Wilson out of BYU seems to be the locked-in 2 pick.
Yeah, I agree he's going to go 2. I feel like he has the biggest chance of being a bust. You know what I mean? Like he can't like this. I know he was very good this past year.
Right.
And like Fields was been the consensus number 2 pick going in, like all the college season.
Before college, high school recruits, Trevor Lawrence was 5-star #1.
Yeah.
And Fields 5-star #2 overall.
Yeah. Like the whole time, and then Zach Wilson comes in here, this out of BYU. Has a good year. He had a good year the year before. It was all right.
Solid.
This past year though, he killed it. BYU was good.
Blew up.
Killed it, and I'm not doubting he will be good because he probably will. I don't know, but then again, he probably won't. He is going to the Jets. If this comes out the way it should, I just think that he's stepping in. I know there's a new coach there, new brigade and everything else. I just think he is the highest.
The bust potential.
Yes, exactly.
You know, we'll have a disagreement somewhere along, I promise.
Yeah.
But so far, Zach Wilson, I agree with the bust chance because they have that one great year of film. Then again, like people say, like, oh, who was he playing with? But like, who was he playing against is also an argument. Like, Coastal Carolina, it was a Pac-12 school. They had a decent season this year as well, but other than that, you can't really name the competitors.
No. They play Utah.
I'm pretty sure they're on there.
They're pretty good, but were they even good this year though? I don't even know. But probably not. But I know what you're saying. They're not playing Alabama. They're not playing Florida State. They're not playing Clemson. You know.
This kid's not going to San Francisco with the offensive-minded head coach and the personnel they have in place. He's going to New York. Quarterbacks have destined to fail. It seems a little strong, but haven't prevailed, I guess.
Mark Sanchez, Geno Smith, Sam Darnold.
Oh yeah, you can go back.
Like who was the last quarterback they drafted?
Like Chad Pennington.
Yes, I think it was. Yeah, I think it was.
He was decent at best. But you get Robert Saleh, a defensive head coach.
Yep.
So this isn't Kyle Shanahan. This isn't like Sean Payton.
Yeah.
So you're not inclined to be better from that perspective either. And just the personnel around you, they need to draft wide receivers. Jamison Crowder can't be.
Well, they got Corey Davis.
Yeah, that was a good pickup in free agency.
So that helps for sure. But I know what you mean though. It's still like their offensive line. They got that big 2 in the offensive line.
Frank Gore played a lot for them.
Oh yeah.
Frank Gore played snaps for them last year. You know, in a league where it seems like you can find running backs out of just pick them out of the lot, draft them late free agency, Frank Gore is playing meaningful snaps.
No.
So that's the place he's going to.
Yeah. So good luck, Zach Wilson. So this is where it gets interesting, though. Yeah. Number 3, the 49ers.
Draft heats up.
Yes. What are you seeing there, the 49ers? So I've heard Mac Jones. They like Mac Jones a lot, which I think is ridiculous.
That's the buzz.
That would be the bigger bust. But that's crazy. I think that's crazy. I think that they need to go Justin Fields here. I think he's the third quarterback if they're looking to get a quarterback, which I think they are.
That pick happens. My jersey's already on pre-order.
Yeah.
NFL.com.
Yeah. Getting a Fields 49ers jersey. Yeah.
I think Lawrence is the most talented, but I think Fields, he's been neck and neck throughout their careers before this point, and I feel like it's right there. Like he has a chance to overtake him, which doesn't sound crazy. Like at the end of their run, and going to San Francisco, Kyle Shanahan's offense, the playmakers, you got Debo, Ayuk,
George Kittle,
the best receiver, tight end, and blocking. Kels is
but yeah,
to be argued. But you know what I'm saying?
It doesn't get much better than that. Though.
Offensive line solid. You signed Trent Williams. You've got drafted McGlinchey. He could be better.
Bosa will be back next year.
The defense is still there. It's just everything. They had a bad year with injuries. That's why they're picking early. They
had one game where like 100 people got hurted. It was like week 3 or 4, whatever. Like everyone got hurt.
They played both New York teams, I think, back to back, and both games they've had like 8 ACLs go out.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Or a shoulder and Achilles. It was just a year from hell. It would not statistically repeat themselves. Like, what are the odds of that? Like, they had a bad year.
Yeah.
Had the opportunity to trade up, move on from Garoppolo, and I think Fields has the best opportunity, or could make the best of this opportunity.
I agree. I think Justin Fields should be the pick. Will they do it? If they take Mac Jones, fire everyone. Fire every single person. Mac Jones isn't even good. I don't understand why Mac Jones is raised up as much as he is. He has the best college receivers I've ever seen. And I know that shouldn't be used against him, but I am. Because
they've had they will have 2 receivers go in the top 15 in back-to-back years. That's never happened.
No.
I don't even have to check that. That's never happened before. LSU didn't do that.
No.
Oregon never did that.
No. So you know what I'm saying? I just don't. He's not built like a quarterback. He's not athletic like Fields and Lance, and even Wilson and Lawrence. Like these guys are athletes. This guy looks like he just finished eating at Wendy's, and you know what I'm saying? I like Wendy's, but.
And I've heard the Tom Brady comparison, which I want to stamp that out already. I'm sure it's just from body type.
It's a chubby white guy. That's why they're saying that.
Tom Brady is 6'5". Mac Jones is like 6'2", 6'3", at the best with shoes on. So he's not like a massive body. Like doesn't have the traits, the speed, the twitchiness,
the drive either. This guy's been had everything handed. He's had like an NFL trainer since like day 1, like he was in like 5th grade.
Yeah.
Brady got benched at Michigan for fucking Drew Henson. You know what I mean? Brady's never had it easy until he made it himself. This guy, the Mac Jones Brady comparison, if anyone says that, stop watching football.
No, that's disrespectful. You can't compare him to no one to Brady, first off.
No, nobody compares to Brady.
It's just funny how 2 months ago, it's like, the Pats shouldn't take Jones at 15. That's early. I would like him in the 2nd round.
Yeah.
And then now, seems like overnight, but really the last 2 weeks.
It's like, he may go 3.
Oh, Mac Jones. Have they been looking at the same game? Like Alabama hasn't played a game recently that I missed, have they?
No, I watched every Alabama game this year, pretty much. You know what I mean?
They're all on national TV.
Yeah. I mean, they won games, but it wasn't because you should see the list I have here of all the prospects. Half of them are from Alabama. I'm not shitting.
Best O-line,
best defense,
top defense.
They have the best cornerback coming out in the draft.
They got Surtain.
Yeah, they're
snap the ball. Oh, Devontae Smith's drag route's open.
Yeah.
It's like your first read's open.
You just look up and Henry Ruggs is already on the other side of the field. Throw it. He'll get it. You know what I mean? Give Jerry Jeudy, who's going to be like an elite receiver. He's going to be a number one receiver one day. And it's just like if he went to Boston College, he wouldn't be shit. I'll tell you that. He's not getting drafted at all, probably. You know what I mean?
Jalen Waddle's he's like, oh, I'm gonna do a 5 yards in route, and it's open.
Take it to the house.
So you do that 5 yard pass, and the 55 yards goes to your stats.
Devontae Smith.
That's half of the tape.
Devontae Smith won the fucking Heisman Trophy last year.
Over the quarterback.
Over the quarterback. The receiver won the Heisman Trophy. All right. That's all I need to say about Mac Jones.
That should be a sign right there. We'll get to him.
We'll get to him.
Quick rant.
Yeah. So, Falcons are next. Falcons number 4. They may want a quarterback. Are they going to take Mac Jones there? Trey Lance? Or are they going to go somewhere else?
I think that's a smokescreen. I don't say that's a bad idea because looking at the timeline, Matt Ryan's 35, 36.
Yeah, up there.
Like the rest of your Julio's over 30.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Ridley's young.
So they have a few young pieces, but.
Do you know who I think they're going to take here? I don't think they're going quarterback.
Okay.
Kyle Pitts. Tight end out of Florida.
Take the tight end at 4.
Yeah. To complete their offense is dynamic.
It is.
It is.
Julio, Ridley.
Yeah.
I mean, you got Hayden Hurst, whatever you think of him.
He's all right, productive. But I mean, he kind of sucked on my fantasy team last year. But no, I think that if you have a chance to take a player like Pitts, I think that especially a team like Atlanta, they're gonna do that. I think that they're gonna take the guy.
Like if you take away position, I think Pitts could be the most talented in this. I mean, Lawrence is obviously like the most elite prospect, but take away positions, I think Pitts just can do it all. He's not designed to be a blocker, but if your tight end's leaving your linebacker in the dust, like
who cares? You don't need a blocker.
6'6". You're not gonna put a corner on him.
No, you gotta put a linebacker.
So that's a size matchup or a speed matchup. Like
and he's a beast too. He's nasty. So, he made Kyle Trask get drafted at all this year. He did. Kyle Trask is not good. You know what I mean?
No, now you're hearing Trask could be like 2nd round.
Yeah, that's because of Kyle Pitts. That's it. Kyle Trask sucks. All right.
He'd be like 6th round if it wasn't for 6.
Yes. Like as like a shot in the dark. You know what I mean? Maybe this guy. You know.
I don't want to dwell on it, but when you think like in a league full of mismatches, like you pick the best mismatch. There's like Jamar Chase will be coming up soon, I'm sure, but I think when you can take an elite tight end potentially, like you take that chance.
Absolutely.
There's not a lot of them.
He's projected to be a top 5 tight end of all time. You know, that's his like ceiling.
And I hate to broadcast that far, but I mean, I wouldn't rule that out.
No, I wouldn't either. He's built like it. He looks like Antonio Gates, but I think he's faster.
If you play fantasy football, there's 5 tight ends in the league.
Yeah.
And there's like 3 elite ones.
Yeah.
So he could be in that club right away.
Yeah, immediately. He's like a 3rd round fantasy pick as soon as he's drafted. Not kidding. So I have Pitts going there.
Yeah, I'll put him down.
Cincinnati Bengals are on the clock.
So.
They're not taking the quarterback. They have Burrow. That's their guy.
Yeah, the pick's so high if he didn't get hurt. They would have been picking in the teens or low double digits.
Yeah. But so I think the choice is here, right? So are they going to go receiver? Are they going to go offensive line? I think that's where they're looking. I think they're looking at Penei Sewell at Oregon.
That's where the road splits.
Yeah.
Those two.
It's like you have to help Burrow. It's like what they're doing. Like, are we going to get him a receiver? Is it Jamar Chase? Or is it Penei Sewell, who was supposed to be like an all-world offensive lineman?
Best O-line in the class. I mean, I like Slater as well.
Yeah.
But I think it's been Sewell consistently. He opted out, which could affect where he gets picked. Maybe he drops a few spots.
Yeah.
But
I don't think he's going to drop far. I think he's going to Cincinnati.
Cincinnati, I like that pick.
Yeah, I think they need to protect Burrow. Like they saw what happened when he got hurt last year. You need to protect him.
As soon as you go, that's your franchise. So
yes.
You're done if he's gone. Have you seen the meme picture where it's like Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase is wide open, but he's getting sacked.
Oh, yeah.
But it's like Joe Burrow, Penei Sewell, and then he has time to throw it to T. Higgins.
Oh yeah.
Like you just saw him he got collapsed. Like how bad he was getting hit. Like you need to protect your investment.
Yeah, you have to. He was the number 1 overall pick last year. Protect him with your first pick this year.
Yeah.
It's just and the thing is they have good receivers there. Hopefully Joe Mixon gets his head out of his ass, and then he's a running back. But you have Tyler Boyd, you have T. Higgins. You know, am I forgetting somebody else? But
Auden Tate, I liked him.
Auden Tate,
big receiver.
Yep.
I swear, if he got more targets, he'd be a wide out 1. But
yeah.
That's okay. I'm playing wide out 2. I'll put that.
Yeah, it's still good though.
You have talent there. You don't need
especially not in the first round. You could take one, and there's a lot of good receiver depth in this draft. So second, third, fourth round, there may be someone there.
The last 3 years that you could find receivers like in the first 60 picks, 70 picks.
Yeah,
like,
they're there. Unless you're the Patriots, and then you can't fucking get one at all.
You picked the worst one out of 10. You picked the worst one. Like you picked him like early.
The best receiver they've ever drafted was fucking Julian Edelman, who was a quarterback. They took in the 7th round, right?
Yeah,
like in that new era. I'm not talking Irving Fryer and shit. You know what I mean? But like in the new, like N'Keal Harry sucks. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of bad picks of the Patriots. But we're gonna be getting to the Patriots. We're going to be getting to the Patriots because right now we are in Miami. We're going to Miami.
You want me to take this one?
You can take this one away, Devin.
So we just had the debate, Sewell and Chase, and I think Chase slides into this pick.
Yeah.
I would put them for Kyle Pitts, Suter, if this draft doesn't go how we predict. But I like Chase for them. Like you have Tua, he came from Alabama. Obviously, we've mentioned how loaded their teams are.
Yep.
So he goes to Miami, where I mean Devontae Parker's a solid receiver.
Yeah. Gesicki's decent.
Gesicki's coming up, but the cupboard's like barren after that.
Yeah.
The running backs, like Matt Breida gets hurt, and you have like Salvin Ahmed playing a lot of snaps.
Yeah.
Like, so
should have kept Kenny Drake.
You just losing options there. Like, so he goes from loaded to barren wasteland. Take the best receiver on the board and get your quarterback.
Give him some weapons.
Talent.
And that way you'll know if he's good or not. Really, because you can't really tell with Tua right now.
He didn't get the Bears shake.
Yeah. So let's see what he can really do when you have Parker and Jamar Chase. And Gesicki. That's formidable. Like you should be able to show your strengths. You know, so you really know what you have with Tua at that point. And I agree, Jamar Chase would be a great pick for them, right there. So next, the Detroit Lions. The Detroit Lions. What are they gonna do? So they got Jared Goff now. They got DeAndre Swift-Flash in the draft.
Are they excited about Jared Goff?
Huh?
Are they excited about Jared Goff, or is it a consolation?
No, I'm not excited with Jared. Who would be excited with Jared Goff?
No, that's a good question.
Maybe the Patriots, but that might be it. Maybe Washington.
Patriots like mediocre quarterback play. I mean, they have since Brady left.
Yeah, that 1 year since he's been gone.
Doubling down on it, though.
That's the bad part. Unless they do something in this draft and make a trade.
Yeah, we will get to them.
But we'll see. So the Lions. So what do you think they're going to do here? Are they going to go offensive line? Are they going to go receiver?
The Dan Campbell Lions. Watch out for your kneecaps.
I forgot about that. They got PC Principal as a fucking coach there.
They have a lot of glaring weaknesses, and then on draft night or come the week of, I could forecast a trade coming up. Because look, the coach signed a long contract. They may or may not have a new GM. They're looking at like 2 years away from being 2 years away.
Yeah.
It would make sense to trade back, gain capital, and to come back in the draft in following years because you're clearly not ready.
Okay.
To take the leap.
So do you think? So are you predicting a trade here? I'll put that into. Do you know? Who do you think they're gonna make a trade with?
I'm hearing a lot of Denver between I listen to sports radio all day.
Yeah.
Listen to podcasts of former scouts and former GMs.
Not as good as Kick a Touchdown Sports. Not one.
None of that. But anyway, I've heard a lot of Denver looking to go to 7 because they're worried about Carolina throwing a wrench into what they want to do.
But Carolina just got Sam Darnold.
That they did, but they have him this year, and then they have the 5th-year option they already picked up. So it's a 2-year tryout.
Yeah.
I think he can be successful, but if I'm an owner that hasn't had QB success, I'll take 2 dart throws.
Yeah. Yeah, true.
Because you're not guaranteed anything yet.
They have PJ Washington. It's a shame they don't like him. It really is. It's a damn shame.
The AFL or
no, XFL. He's XFL MVP. Did you watch that at all?
I watched it here and there. I mean, it was football.
Dude, I watched every game, basically.
When the NFL wasn't on, I'd give that a shot.
Yeah. What's his name? PJ Walker.
Yeah.
Was I saying PJ Washington before?
I think Washington.
Oh, okay. PJ Walker. PJ Washington's on the Hornets.
Or something.
PJ Walker should be playing somewhere.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Give
He
him
really
a shot.
should. I thought the Panthers were, but they are obviously not looking for that. So we're gonna say here we're gonna go like
I'll make an X out on that.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go like this, and where's the Broncos? Oh, so this
only a couple picks back.
All right.
So I predict Denver going from 9
to 7.
Leapfrog Carolina, get to 7.
Trey Lance.
And I like them getting Trey Lance.
All right, I like that.
If you look at the offense, that's loaded. They just drafted Noah Fant recently, and Jerry
Jerry
the year
Jeudy.
before they just got Jerry Jeudy.
Yeah, Melvin Gordon.
Melvin Gordon.
They did Philip Lindsay dirty.
Yeah, he was pretty talented.
He is. He should have been the start. They brought in Melvin Gordon, and this ruined Philip Lindsay.
Just made a committee. It didn't work out.
No.
They also drafted KJ Hamler in last year's draft.
Yep.
Cortland Sutton, he just got injured in an ACL. But
Tim Patrick.
Sorry, that's a good fantasy streamer.
I love Tim Patrick. I took him. Why about Tim Patrick? I took him preseason on all my teams last year.
Oh, you already knew.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's funny because on Instagram I follow a bunch of Broncos stuff for some reason, and they're just talking about Tim Patrick, wide receiver 1 training camp. Tim Patrick's clearly number 1, and Cortland Sutton's on the other side. Tim Patrick? Who the hell is Tim Patrick?
I wouldn't say number 1, but I mean he's
That's what they were
talented
saying.
and he produced in the spots he was called upon.
Yeah.
If you play DraftKings, I'm pretty sure I've lost the games because it was the week I didn't pick him.
Yeah.
It's always just one random.
Yeah. If you have him, you're good. Not you're screwed.
But anyway, they have Sutton coming off injury. He's a number 1 receiver in any offense, other than a DK Metcalf offense. So,
yeah.
Obviously Hopkins. Regardless.
Yeah. So
the offensive line's pretty solid. They just resigned their left tackle, and they're in position. The defense still got Von Miller, Bradley Chubb. They got solid defensive backs.
Yep.
They could improve linebacker. It's just overall a good team. If they had a quarterback, they could take that.
Drew Lock's no good. He's no good. He's fun to watch. He is, but
he reminds me of Josh Allen before he turned, before he flipped the switch.
Yeah.
And that's still
Josh Allen rookie year.
That's still saying too much.
Yeah.
I'm saying the bad Josh Allen.
They look alike too. That's
they do.
So we have Trey Lance going to the Lions, which is all right. I liked it. Panthers are up next.
Denver in the Lions.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's in Denver. I'm gonna write that too. I did a stock, but anyway. So next is the Panthers. The Broncos just jumped up and took their quarterback. They have Sam. I don't see them taking Mac Jones because it's kind of like what you have in Darnold.
I think Darnold could be just as good or better than Mac Jones given the same situation. So
I think they're out. I don't think they're taking a quarterback here.
I like them taking the tackle Slater.
Yeah.
What's his?
Yeah.
I forget what school.
Oh, Rashawn Slater from Northwestern. Yeah, so Rashawn Slater, Northwestern. I like that.
He's been. Some people think he could be the number 1 tackle. Those think it's Sewell, but they've been 1 and 2 throughout most of the process. And that offensive line is where you build because you have receivers. You have Moore, Anderson. You just lost Samuel, but you got plenty in the barn. You got Christian McCaffrey.
He's coming. That makes a huge difference too.
Elite running back. Like I could throw a dump off past him.
Yeah, get 300 yards a game, just throwing 3-yard dumps to McCaffrey all day.
So the offense is there. I mean, they could get a tight end, but with Pitts off the board, that takes that
There's
out
no
of the
one
question.
there. Yeah.
No one first round worthy or this early. However,
so you need to protect. So if you want to see what you have in Darnold or whatever you want to do, you need to protect him.
you got to give him a shot.
And I think that'd be a smart pick for the Panthers.
So
taking Slayer. Slayer's a beast, like you were saying.
like he moves objects.
Yeah.
If you need like a Frigidaire on your blind spot,
Yeah, exactly.
to just chuck off the 350-pound defenders.
Like the fridge.
That's your man.
What was the fridge? The Little Giants. No, Icebox. Icebox.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that? There's like the girl. The girl was Icebox. You ever see Little Giants?
That's an old movie, right?
Yeah, it's got Ed O'Neill and.
I have seen it. I'm blanking out because I was digging in the depths.
I'm talking like early '90s here. It was a great movie. Yeah, it had like Al Bundy against a guy from Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. A good movie. But yeah, the girl's name was Icebox. So number nine. The Detroit Lions are back with them. They traded with the Denver Broncos.
They moved back.
So the Lions, what do you think the Lions are going to do here? So they have literally no receivers. Danny Amendola.
The cupboard's bare. They lost. Yeah, they lost Galladay.
Yeah, Marvin Jones is gone too, right?
Is Jamal Agnew going to play receiver?
Who?
He's like a special teamer, kick returner, specialist.
Yeah. So I think in this position, this is a receiver pick right here. I think they have to. I mean, just Dan Campbell, just like this is a receiver's going here. I think
that does make sense.
You know, and so with Devonta Smith, Jalen Waddle. I think Jalen Waddle is probably the pick here. In my opinion.
I also agree.
Yeah.
It's Devonta Smith, Heisman winner, and the whole nine. Like he played. Waddle was hurt.
Mm-hmm.
I think Waddle could have had that season or similar had he lasted, or they both would have lost production if they're on the field together.
Yeah, probably someone else would have won the Heisman in that case.
It's just you look at Devonta Smith, and he's 166 pounds.
Yeah, he's a little guy. Yeah.
And he's not tall.
No,
he's not like built physically. He's not fast either. He didn't run on a pro day.
Work ethic.
He didn't run on a pro day because slow guys don't run.
Yeah, nobody can do that.
You see Rondale Moore run a 4.28. Like he's fast. He knows that's
why you run. Yeah.
If you can't run, you don't put those numbers because then people could look at it and it only knocks you down.
Yeah.
So I think he could run in like the 4.5s or maybe 4.4s.
Yeah, but so he's not the pick. Waddle's the pick here, though.
Waddle is the pick.
Yeah, they were comparing him to a Tyreek Hill. I saw. That's a comparison.
It is close, and that's a common. I've heard that comparison.
Yeah.
It's still a reach to compare to like all pro players, but the potential is there.
Potential's there. Yeah, that's it. You know.
He played in the championship game with a broken ankle, or like recovering from a broken ankle.
Yeah, he's a beast.
And it's made a couple big plays. Like he shouldn't even have been on the field.
Yeah.
But like he has that heart for his teammates.
Drive.
Like he produced last season with those receivers, with Judy and Ruggs being there. He still made a name for himself.
Yeah.
I think that's given the choice, I would take that receiver.
Yeah,
over
absolutely.
the teammate.
Absolutely. So we are at the Cowboys now. Cowboys. And I've been thinking about this pick a little bit. And I'm coming down to two names here.
There's a lot they could do.
Patrick Surtain Jr., the second, whatever, and Micah Parsons. I think those are the picks here. Or Greg Rosso could also be the pick.
Yeah, the pass rusher.
Yeah,
Miami.
the U.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, and I know Jerry Jones loves taking a cornerbacker. I remember they traded down and got Claiborne years ago, and he regretted it.
He started off good. That's
Yeah.
the thing, and then just fell off the cliff.
Just shoes fell right off. It was bad. But I think that, in my opinion, it's gonna be Micah Parsons going here, and I think it's just Jerry loves that. What Parsons brings, he's kind of like a star already. Do you know what I mean?
I I look at him like, again, I don't want to say he's Fred Warner, but I think there's similarities there. Like, you just look up and he makes every tackle. Like, in a league with there's difference makers, and a lot of it's gearing towards the middle of the field, the slot, tight ends are more receivers nowadays. Like, you need someone to just take someone out, or like
just make the play, you know,
or control your zone.
Like a Dante Hightower out there, you know. Yeah,
just be all over the place. You can get sacks. He really good pass rusher. If you look at his film, like, he can cover, and just he's smart. He can communicate, make reads based on what the offensive formation is. It's like he's the best at the linebacking position. So they can shore up a need there.
Absolutely, and I think that's what you know, the Cowboys they need right now, a little spark on the defense. You know, the offense looks like with Dak coming back,
it's pretty set, and you just took CeeDee Lamb when that was questionable to even do. I mean, I'm not questioning the player and talent because he's a beast.
Good. He's good, sure.
But you already have Gallup. You paid Cooper.
Yeah.
Like, now you have Zeke. Tony Pollard's pretty good receiving back.
Yeah, absolutely.
He just doesn't get enough opportunity.
Yeah.
Like,
and now you have Dak coming back. Dak would have won the MVP last year if he stayed healthy.
He was on pace.
Yeah. And if he can play like he did last year, for sure. And Micah Parsons just makes sense there. That's what I was thinking. Him or Surtain is kind of like was coming by.
You could pick. You mentioned 3 defenders.
Yeah,
you could pick any one of the 3
and be happy.
Like,
probably
they need everything on that end.
Yeah.
I would like also. I mean, I would like the Surtain pick because I can't name all of their corners after they lost Byron Jones, I believe, the previous year.
Yep.
And then they just lost Chidobe Awuzie, who was like pretty talented. He just got paid to go to Cincinnati, I believe. Now they have like Jordan Lewis, and they just drafted Diggs' brother. Trayvon Diggs.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
He's good, but he's not like a sure thing yet.
No, he's
so
still
you have question marks.
Player. Yeah. So, but a lot of people.
I see multiple ways.
I see Surtain going to the Cowboys a lot too. It's just a matter of I don't know what you're thinking at the time. You know,
which side Jerry wakes up on the bed.
Exactly.
That's what he'll pick.
Speaking of what will you pick? No, I'm just kidding. It's a snack of the week time. Snack of the week time. So, this week we got coming at you. Boom.
Oh, what do we got? Some Golden Graham?
We got Golden Graham s'mores treats. Sorry that story I didn't grab. Look good, don't they?
I haven't seen Billy in a minute, but he knows I like cereal. It was a lucky guess.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna dig in.
No, I got right in there.
Look, I came in hungry and I was surprised with the snack of the week.
No. Shouldn't be. Every episode we do a snack of the week.
I was surprised with the outcome. You didn't want to give me something funky.
Yeah, like those Harry Potter jelly beans or whatever. No. Tastes like whatever. I don't even know what.
It was like burnt popcorn and shit, the flavors. No, that's not what this is.
This is good.
Yep. I recommend.
Yeah, this is really good. So what's your favorite kind of cereal? Say you're a cereal guy.
I definitely slowed down. It was rampant at my parents' house. Since I've been on my own, I know I'll just eat it if it's there. But I'll go to like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It's pretty good. I think for some reason Apple Jacks has always been one of my favorites. It's like not one of those popular ones.
No, I like Apple Jacks.
Like most people don't name it top 5.
Yeah, it's not in there usually.
That's my favorite. I eat that just out of a cup, like no milk. Eat it in a bowl, whatever.
That's usually how I eat cereal, dry. I really like milk with mine.
I like them separate because like I'll eat a cereal, wash it down with some milk. Because I just get, my attention wanders. So if I'm watching something or, like finishing work, the thing gets milky or like gets soggy and it's done, I don't even want it.
No. You know what kind I like a lot? I like honeycombs.
Honeycomb was very good.
Yeah. Especially dry.
Because they got that like like sticky because they got honey on. Got something. It's not just like oat.
It's not like probably honey either. It's something
processed.
Some like fructose something. No, it's good though.
It's just cholesterol. It's right on the label.
Just clogging you right up.
But
who cares?
Good stuff.
YOLO, right?
Yep. Here for a good one all along.
That's right. Eat your honeycombs. So what do you rate this Golden Graham S'mores treat bar? No rookie scores either.
There's no half. There's no point.
No, there is that. There is decimals.
Okay, I want to go with I'll give it an 8.
There is what?
I was gonna, but I think 8. I was like.
There's a rookie score. I can't. You have to do a decimal. Do a decimal.
Okay,
Jesus.
I'm gonna get 8.5. 8.5.
8.5. All right, I agree. I'm up there too. I'm gonna say 8.3. I really like it.
More precise.
Actually, wait a minute. I forget what I gave you. Have you ever had those? On one other show we had, it was like some roll thing from Cracker Barrel. Like an almond roll or something. I don't know. That was bomb. That was better than this, I think. I forget. It's called, but it was good.
Very good. I don't want to put it in like the upper echelon.
No.
But
that's when I
could definitely pick these up.
Yeah. I did Gushers one time. That was like a 10 out. I feel like Gushers is like the top of the pyramid. You know what I mean?
It's a hard battle.
Yeah.
On your March Madness bracket, put them on the 1.
Yeah, I think they're number 1 overall. They're Gonzaga. You know what I mean? Did you do a bracket this year?
I didn't.
No. I did. I got the matchup right, and I got the winner right. I had Gonzaga against Baylor, and I had Baylor win. Yeah. But I had my other Final Four. I had Loyola Chicago in my Final Four. That was a nice run, but they didn't make it to the Final Four. And I had Michigan. Did I right too, but I didn't make it.
There's a couple teams that just popped out of nowhere. Like, there's like a Catholic school or something. I can't think of this.
But that was in it this year?
Yeah.
I forget. There was more upsets this year than like ever before. Because like, it was a weird season. You know.
There's some good basketball though. I wish the final game was more competitive.
Yeah, Baylor just smoked them. As they should have though. Baylor's better.
Yeah, they're talented.
Yeah.
Like 1 through 10.
Yep.
Better.
And that's why I picked them to win it all. And that's why I finished in like 8,000 out of like 900,000 in the thing I did. Not bad.
I don't even do them because it's like first night, my shit's done.
I'm fucking up top. The thing is like college. I know we're talking about a football show. College basketball kind of sucked this year though. The regular season, it was boring.
Overall,
it was like a Kid Cunningham. Like that was the guy to watch this year. It's like boring.
And he got bounced early.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he did. It was boring. This year was boring. It was like
smaller season.
Luka Garza, Iowa. I don't know. I wasn't impressed. Those guys, was it the Twins or whatever that I read at USC? I think one's going like number 2 or 3 in the draft. I forget. Either way, we'll talk about that in the NBA draft shows. But right now, NFL draft, and we are at number 11, the New York Football Giants. And where do you think they're going to be going right now? So the state of the Giants, right? Like Saquon Barkley will be back this year. Right. Seems like they believe in Daniel Jones a little bit. Excuse me.
So running back isn't an issue.
No, like I get, but then there's like holes everywhere. Everywhere. Like
they through free agency, I think they added defensive backs. Like they got Logan Ryan in previous years, and then they just added Adoree Jackson, who was like the best corner for Tennessee.
Yep.
Which, however you think of him, it's an upgrade to compare what you were rolling out.
Yeah, I didn't know who they had last year.
Oh, James Bradbury, he's been like
so
I think he made the Pro Bowl.
Did he?
I'm not mistaken.
All right.
He was from Carolina, and they signed him. So through free agency, they've gotten their whole backfield. I think they need someone in the trenches.
You think they look? Do you think like Kwity Paye or Gregory Rosso, something like that?
I think either one of those picks is pretty solid. I was leaning towards Russo from Miami because they just signed Leonard Williams. He's an end, but he's bigger. He's more an interior guy. I think they have Dalvin Tomlinson, like another good front seven guy.
Yeah.
So get someone on the edge that can just threaten the quarterback. It's harder to make a decision when you have less time to make a decision.
Absolutely,
so
yeah.
You can have corners, but they're covering for 15 seconds. Like, you got to put pressure on the quarterback.
Absolutely. So we're going Greg Rousseau here, or how do you say it?
I've been going Russo.
Russo. No, I've only seen his name written down. Like I haven't heard it. You know what I mean?
So I like that pick there. I'll jot it down. Take him off the list.
Yeah. So next, Philadelphia Eagles. This should be an interesting pick here. The Philadelphia Eagles. Where do you think that they're going to be? So they have Jalen Hurts. You know, they're who I've been believing in a long time. He was good at Alabama and he was good at Oklahoma, and he was good in Philadelphia. And for some reason, the Philadelphia wants to draft a quarterback.
He's given them plenty of examples, or like plenty of tape. Like you could see every level.
He's never been bad. He's he may have had one bad game ever.
Like he got in the past got benched for Tua,
which is crap. Which is absolute crap.
And then you see the NFL results. They were both rookies,
yeah.
And you see one guy handled it better than, and one guy was thrown into the fire.
Yeah, with tougher fans and tougher media.
Tua was the plan, all along. You don't draft top 5.
Yeah.
And then
Hurts is the backup plan.
So and then he ends up being better than Wentz.
Yeah,
it's not a coincidence.
Yeah.
So I don't see them going quarterback.
No.
There are
Go ahead.
It's rumored to go receiver. I've heard, but that doesn't make a lot of sense. You could obviously use a receiver. But, I mean, I like the J.C. Horn out of South Carolina.
Yeah, he's good.
Because they need someone to lock down. Like, they drafted pass rush in the past. They have Fletcher Cox.
Yep.
I mean, they got Derek Barnett.
I love Derek Barnett.
They have some guys down there.
Yeah.
So get someone in secondary that can cover. Like, I think, like, Avonte Maddox or something. Mm-hmm. It's their corners. Like, I can't name their safeties without looking at the depth chart.
So that's saying something.
You need coverage out there. So just take a step. Take the second best guy, obviously, or 1B, depending on
if Sertan can or not. But yeah, I think that Horn. I think J.C. Horn would be a good pick for them right there. Let's move on to the next one here. The Los Angeles Chargers. Chargers on the board. Justin Herbert. They're not taking a quarterback. The Chargers. So the defense is pretty good. They're a pretty good defense.
Yeah.
But what do you think? What do you think about the Chargers here?
There's been. I mean, everyone in the league could take a receiver. And,
true. You can't go wrong with, especially some of these receivers.
Like, they have Mike Williams under contract for another year, but he will be due. And it's like, would you pay him?
I wouldn't. He stinks.
He's been banged up a lot.
Yeah.
It's like, so you have to make a decision on him. You draft a receiver. I think that makes it easier, obviously. Like, you hit on Herbert, so you have your franchise there. You can get them some help. They could also use offensive line. But I like them taking Devontae Smith if he's there.
Yeah.
That would just Justin Herbert would be going in the second round, or first, maybe first, if they had that kind of talent there, to pair with the Keenan Allen. You still have Williams under contract for a year, so he's still in the building. They lost Hunter Henry, but they can find a tight end position or draft later. We haven't ruled that out. But I think you take the most talented pass catcher available. Yeah.
So it's Devonta Smith. Heisman Trophy winner, Devonta Smith.
We said his teammate was better, but we got to put some respect on him.
Yeah. He won the Heisman. Best in college, right? So next to the Vikings, they took a receiver last year. Turned out pretty good. Justin Jefferson. Pretty not bad. The Vikings, what do you think that they're looking for right here? I mean, they could use help in the secondary. They could use help on the offensive line.
they could use O-line. Some would argue the quarterback is an issue, but given their position,
I don't think right here they're going to be going quarterback.
Where they're at, their timeline isn't really prepared for like a overhaul like that. Cousins has been good enough given the various situations.
Yeah.
I mean, I like this pick. Thinking of in the mind of Mike Zimmer, I think he takes Surtain if he's available.
Yeah. I think it's a good pick right there. I think that's what I would have said. His dad was pretty good for the Dolphins.
The Dolphins.
Him and was it Sammy Madison got back that secondary? The defense.
He was the main guy in the cast.
Yeah, and then
Surtain was.
Yeah, and Madison that defense they had Jason Taylor, Zach Thomas. Yeah. That was a good fucking team back then. Well, they didn't really win anything.
Their offense didn't really figure
it out.
No,
they're good defense, though. They're good defense. So at 15, we got the New England Patriots. I've seen lots of things saying the Patriots are looking to move up as far as like 6'4". I've seen, but we have them right here at 15. So, and Mac Jones is available.
He is. And given this draft board stays the same, like, I think that one makes the most sense. So you can go ahead. I'm
gonna jump off a bridge if the Patriots draft Mac Jones. That's what's gonna happen to me. So no, they can't take Mac Jones here. They're not gonna take Mac Jones here. It is not. I saw. You see Belichick watching Mac Jones on his pro day.
The pro day, yeah.
Just shaking his head the whole time. In disgust.
I think that's just Bill. Like he would shake his head at Tom Brady in practice or something. Like
it just looked different to me.
Yeah, it was a more sulking.
Yeah, like this is what the hell am I doing here? You know what I mean? I'm not drafting one of these receivers, but I guess there's plenty to look at at Alabama. You know what I mean?
Right.
But so I'm gonna say they don't take Mac Jones here.
That's an accurate assessment.
Yeah, and I'm thinking, I don't know where they're gonna go. So,
I always think Patriots are gonna take a fatty, like offensive line, defensive line.
Yeah, they have success drafting like on the defensive line this part of the round. You know what I mean? Like with Will Fork and Mayo.
Yeah, if you go back, like
even Hightower,
Chandler Jones, and Hightower.
Exactly. So I'm gonna say they go Kwity Paye out of Michigan. Kwity Paye.
That's a solid pick.
That's the pick right there. I like him. I've been watching him all year. He's a beast.
He seems
fast.
Like the number 2 overall prospect of the pass rush.
Yeah, the edge guys.
Variety.
Yep. And I'll be so happy if the Patriots took him. If they're not going to get a quarterback like Justin Fields or Trey Lance or something, it's got to be for someone like Kwity Paye. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's it. That's the Patriots.
We didn't give you anything crazy.
No.
Trade up.
Hopefully they get Justin Fields. That's what I want to happen. So the Cardinals are up now. They just got James Conner just signed there.
Yeah, was that today's news?
Yeah.
I think I saw it today.
Yeah.
You losing Kenyon Drake, you have to do something. They're different players.
They have Chase Edmonds they drafted last year.
Which I jokingly said was better than Kenyon Drake, but there could be an argument.
I think Drake's better. But I'm not big on Drake here, though. I'm not big on Edmonds.
I'm not too impressed.
No.
But they both kind of were in committees, so they couldn't excel. But given what they have, I don't think it's going to be a running back.
No, I don't think they take it. Well, no, they're good at running back. They're good at receiver, right? They just got, what the hell they got?
Hopkins has been a beast.
Yeah. They have Fitzgerald, obviously. But they just got someone that's like, well, they got an old guy.
AJ Green.
AJ Green. Yeah, AJ Green, yeah.
They had Christian Kirk already.
Christian Kirk, yeah.
He's not like...
He's not
like top 10, 15. Like he's probably like in the 25 range.
If he's your 3 or 4 receiver though, that's all right.
And that's pretty good given some other teams how they look.
Absolutely. So I don't think they go on receiver. I think they may go something like Caleb Farley, like a cornerback, because Patrick Pearson's gone. They would be looking like Caleb Farley, a cornerback out of Virginia Tech.
That's a solid pick.
Yeah.
If it wasn't him, I would have said Moses for a linebacker.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I think those are the two spots they could really improve.
Definitely.
Like, they just signed Watt.
Yep.
Which
Oh yeah, not JJ Watt. Yeah, he went there.
They have Chandler Jones,
Yep.
so they're not going to get an edge or like an interior guy.
Yeah. So defensive backfield is the way to go, and I think Caleb Farley is the way.
I like that pick. I'll put that on my board.
Cross these guys out. So the Las Vegas Raiders are up next. I don't see Mac Jones going there because Derek Carr's better. They just got Drake to go along with Jacobs. They may be looking receiver. And if they're going to go receiver here, I think they're going to take, what's his face? Is it Rondell Moore out of Purdue?
That's a really good player, and he could be going, if not right now, within the next few picks.
Yeah.
Like, you just can't pass on the talent. I like that pick. I would disagree in the slightest.
What do you think?
I think because Parsons is not going to make it to 17. I think they take Moses from Alabama.
Yeah.
Like if Arizona doesn't take him, because have you been able to name a Raiders linebacker of significance in recent memory?
Khalil Mack.
Okay, like a stand-up linebacker in the second level.
No.
Like they signed Corey Littleton.
Yeah.
And
but I mean,
he hasn't.
You hear him
he
say
hasn't
so.
produced. Yeah, he hasn't produced. Like they just haven't.
So yeah, I like that pick. I like Dylan Moses right there. Who's beast at Alabama.
They just took a receipt. They took Ruggs. I mean, you could argue they could use more talent, but they just took Ruggs like 11.
Yeah.
Like they couldn't sell it to their fan base by putting that same defense back on the field.
Yeah,
without any improvements. Like,
I agree.
You gotta start somewhere.
Yeah, and Dylan Moses is good. And I think that's a really good pick. So the Dolphins are up now, making their second pick. They took Jamar Chase in our draft earlier. So where do you think the Dolphins will be looking here to go? Another receiver, Rondale Moore. Imagine that's load up.
As electric as that would be, and as for fantasy purposes, Tua would be a hot commodity, given that kind of talent. But I'd have to look at the board. I think they want to go to defense.
Yeah. So you think someone like Jalen Phillips, going from Miami Hurricanes, Miami Dolphins?
Phillips is a pretty good pick. I would have had Russo made it, like maybe in other drafts, other mocks he has, but I actually like Phillips.
Yeah,
like
I do too.
They need to solidify up front. Like they have.
Van Noy's gone. They released him.
They got Byron Jones and Xavier Howard in the secondary.
Yeah,
you don't need to make a pick there. Like your safeties aren't bad or aren't terrible.
Yeah, you get some speed and stuff, and your with someone like Jalen Phillips and just intensity. He's nuts. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I think it's a good pick right there.
You're in a division now with on paper the quarterback play is picking up compared to how it's been.
Yeah.
Recently.
Yeah.
Give or take Cam Newton, but
who knows the Patriots do?
The Jets are gonna get a top 2 quarterback.
I mean Garoppolo anyway.
Josh Allen is, I think, a future MVP candidate.
Potentially,
he's already a candidate, but given how he's played, you need to put pressure on any of these guys to make the defense just overall more efficient. You have the coverage guys, just get you someone that can just run to the quarterback.
Yeah.
And, I like that pick.
Phillips is the guy. Up next, we got at pick 19, we got the Washington football team. Still don't got a name.
Yeah, name pending.
So Washington, so they just got Ryan Fitzpatrick, so they're not getting a quarterback, which is crazy. It's crazy.
Oh, yeah, right. That's the future.
It is though. Isn't that nuts? Unless they want to go Taylor Heineke in the future or something like that. He was alright in that playoff game, but So they're not taking Mac Jones. I'm not sure. I mean, what are they gonna take Rondell Moore? Are they gonna go for a big receiver there?
A receiver would be nice. This is where the road forks because I think they would take Mac Jones.
You think so?
Given the scenario.
You think so?
I mean, they took a shot on Haskins, but they cut bait. It didn't work out.
Yeah.
Ryan Fitzpatrick's playing for what is it, like 13th ball club.
Like that, yeah. Yeah.
The dude's mid to late 30s.
I'll write down Mac Jones here. I'll go with your pick. It'll be interesting for sure.
Look, Fitzpatrick played kind of out of his mind last year.
It was this. Right at the beginning, then he falls off the map.
There's a reason he's been on mad teams. Like, he's not, like, you don't just plug him. He's not like a top 10 quarterback. Oh, we have him, we're good. Like, we don't have to look forward. I think you have the team, like Chase Young and those guys on defense, Jonathan Allen, like, the front seven's crazy. They got some defensive backs. Like, the offense, Terry McLaurin from Ohio State.
Yeah,
he's up and coming.
Really good last year.
Like, maybe they take a running back later to help out that, but I think.
So, but you think they're gonna go quarterback here? They're gonna take this step. They're gonna go Mackenzie McCorkle is his name. His name is McCorkle. You know that? That's what Mac is short for.
Oh yeah, McCorkle.
McCorkle. Who would have thought that?
I would have been like, call me Mac too.
Yeah, I know, right? I would be like, and like his first name's not though. His first name is like it's like James or something. And then so it's McCorkle, and then they shorten McCorkle to Mac. So I don't know.
Don't put him on the pads. That's all.
Put him in Washington. That's fine.
I just think when your quarterback's 36 or 37, one of those you need an answer, and within your stable, like he goes down. I mean, you sign Heineke, but is that gonna be your future? Like,
remains to be seen, I guess.
Get a couple guys.
Yeah, exactly. Get a few guys that look all right. Like, I mean, Mac Jones, I think could compete with Heineke. Like, that could be a competition. They're probably close.
I mean, we talked a lot of shit, but Mac Jones did throw 78% completions. I mean, a lot of them were drag routes.
Yeah, to
slants.
the fastest receivers of all time. That's what he did.
Or a hitch to Waddle.
Yeah.
And then he's gone.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you still have to hit those at the end of the day. I mean, 78%. It may be inflated, but the numbers there, like, still impressive in itself.
Yeah. So, up next would be the Bears. Do you think that they're going to let Mac Jones go like that? There's a prime-time Bears player right there. You know what I mean? He's going to end up being terrible. And just like a Bears quarterback would be. You know what I mean?
Throw a QB without all the tools to just solve all your problems. They've never hit on the quarterback position.
They've never, ever had a good quarterback. Like, ever.
Freaking got 1 year out of Jay Cutler, and then...
He's the best quarterback they've ever had.
Franchise quarterback probably already.
And then next is Jason Campbell.
They've always won off of
defense and running.
It wasn't outscoring, it was prevent them from scoring.
Like, have they even had, like, good receivers? Like, Brandon Marshall was alright,
I mean,
but, like...
Besides signing Allen Robinson, it's like the best thing they've ever done.
Like, when they went to the Super Bowl, remember Rex Grossman? And they lost to the Colts.
Oh, God.
Who was their receivers back then? It was, like, fucking...
Devin Hester was returning, but I mean...
I forget. I mean, it's going to be someone I remember later, but it's like... but it's nothing.
We probably are missing someone, but regardless, this is showcasing how memorable or lack thereof they were.
Yes. With Rex Grossman at quarterback. Terrible.
So, ideally, they would like a guy with more tools at that position.
So do you think the Bears at 20, with Mac Jones being gone at 19, right, to Washington, do you think that the Bears would take another quarterback like Kyle Trask or Davis Mills out of Stanford? Because that would be a Bears move.
I've liked some tape on Mills, but I think it's
not bad.
It's very early to lean that way. I have a less exciting pick. I think Wyatt Davis.
Guard out of Ohio State. Yeah. That's where we're going. All right. I mean, I guess you need offensive line help, you know.
I think Kyle Long retired on them and
Yeah.
then ended up going to the Chiefs.
Yeah, he came
after
back.
a year.
Yeah.
So
Messed
they
up.
lost that position. They have a couple, like James Daniels is a guard. I forget what school he went to, but he's been solid for them. But other than that, I can't name the rest of their line. And you have to start somewhere. Like if Andy Dalton's your QB, or you address that later in the draft, like you need to protect that guy, get him some weapons. You have Allen Robinson, maybe a receiver as well later. But I'll put down Davis for my pick.
Yep. So next, the Colts. So they got Carson Wentz. They're all happy as clams. The next Andrew Luck. No, I'm just kidding. Hey, Andrew Luck got his jersey, and they got Peyton Manning. They got 2 Colts. This one, in case you want to notice, and these are all because of the draft show. Number 1 overall picks: Peyton and Cam Newton, Carson Palmer, Drew Bledsoe, Andrew Luck, Jamarcus Russell, Eli Manning, drafted by the Chargers, traded.
Yeah, we got various skill sets here.
Yeah.
Most of them are very good.
Yeah.
There's a couple outliers. And whatever you think of Eli.
Yeah. I mean, Eli is better than Jamarcus Russell for sure.
I'll give him that. I mean, Eli's about to go a lot.
Better career than Cam Newton.
Yeah. So in totality, if you look at Cam Newton, how he started off.
If Cam Newton had just jumped on the fumble, it probably would have. He would be more up in the ranks of all time. He sat there and watched that fumble. You know what I'm talking about?
Spin.
Just watched it. Jump on the fucking ball. I almost jumped on through the TV. It's bad, but either way, where are we? So yeah, Colts. So they got a good running back. Got Jonathan Taylor. They got what's his name? Pittman. Michael Pittman Jr. Good receiver. Wouldn't give Wentz the number. Where do you think the Colts are looking right now? They're pretty good on the offensive line, right?
The offensive line is solid. I actually like their defense. Perhaps they could use a defensive back, but their front seven's pretty solid. I mean, they traded for DeForest Buckner.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And they got, I think they still have Justin Houston on the front line.
Yeah. So.
And just their scheme, like their defense is pretty good. I like the prospects of them getting Rondale Moore.
Receiver on the to help out. I mean, you got to help out your investment there. You got Wentz.
You gave up what you gave up for Wentz.
Yep.
Like.
What'd you give up for him? Like a second.
Well, they gave what they gave. I think it's a conditional second.
Yeah, it could be a first or something like that.
Could go to a first. So, however that shakes out, you gave up the assets for, and you have to give them a good shot to see how this develops. You have the line, you have multiple running backs, and you have, I mean, T.Y. Hilton's getting up there in age. He's definitely, if you pay attention to fantasy or just TV, he's definitely not the same.
No, he's lost his step. He's an old man now.
He's a speed receiver.
He's like
that's
30.
Speed receiver that's losing his legs.
Yeah.
So he was never like a go up and get it.
No, he's
like,
a little guy.
I mean, Rondale Moore is also slighter in frame, but this dude, he just ran a 4.28 on the pro day.
It's pretty quick.
Like,
I don't believe any of these pro day 40 times.
Those are also inflated or deflated.
Yeah.
However you look at it. Because you're looking at the scout stopwatch instead of the laser at the combine.
And everyone's using the same one.
Like,
you know.
Like Jamar Chase, I think he runs in the 4.4s.
Yeah.
And you got a low 4.3, what was it, 4.35 or something.
You got someone from LSU is the one to hold the stopwatch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It says 4.3. But no, that says 4.34 right there.
Click it early.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I don't
those
believe
numbers
can
be picked apart.
I don't believe a single 40 time this year. They're all out the door. They mean nothing. So we had Rondale Moore going there. That's a good pick for them. The Titans, they're pretty good, right? So AJ Brown, they lost Corey Davis. Derrick Henry's obviously a beast.
They lost
Tannehill's all right.
Adam Humphries too.
Yeah, he went to Washington.
So there's a couple of departures in the receiver end.
Yeah.
That is an avenue they could take.
Yeah, the next best receiver looks like Chris Olave from Ohio State. He was pretty. I liked watching. I watched him at Ohio State this year.
Yeah.
And he was fun to watch. He made some good catches.
He was pretty
plays.
good. I'd be on the fence of taking him
At this point in the draft.
early.
You trade back, you think, you know.
Because I think there's depth behind. Like he might be there later, or there's depth behind him.
Yeah.
Like,
Do you think they're gonna look on the defense, look for a safety like Paris Ford, something like that?
I think he's definitely in the mix. I mean,
They need secondary for sure. They lost both their
everywhere.
corners. There's something like Sean Whyte out of Ohio State, cornerback.
I like Sean Wade as well. I think he might go back or fall a few spots.
Mm-hmm.
But I liked the safety pick that you mentioned.
Paris Ford.
For sure.
Paris Ford out of Pittsburgh.
If you don't have all the corners and the other ones, we already have 3 go already.
Mm-hmm.
Like the odds on the 4th corner and 22 picks, like being a hit, is just lower. So you try to find those later. Take the best safety talent available.
Yeah.
If you're not going to stick people at the line, just at least don't let them get behind you.
Absolutely.
They could use defense everywhere on each level.
Yeah.
Start somewhere.
This is start somewhere. And safety is a good place to start. Next, the Jets. Their second pick, they had the number 2 pick, took Zach Wilson. What do you do here? You give him a weapon? You do something to protect him? You get something on defense? Or they're the Jets. Anything helps. You know what I mean? So.
Before the Zach Wilson hype and the incumbent Sam Darnold trade, I'm talking like before the season was done. I was like, if they get 2, then I like Sewell there because you got Becton and you get Sewell, you just create 2 towers. Tackles are the most important.
And then Sam Darnold doesn't get touched.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But that scenario is obviously thrown off on how our mock has went.
Yep.
And they didn't take him then. I like the prospects of Najee Harris to that spot.
I think running back there?
It is a running back, and it is, it's not early first round to this point, but the talent is there, and they just have Frank Gore, like we were talking about.
Yeah, they have LaMichael Pirine.
LaMichael Pirine, I picked him up in fantasy.
Me too. He kind of sucked last year. He didn't do much.
I was banking on. I was like, it's a lottery ticket, but it's the Jets at the end.
So it didn't work. So we're gonna go with Najee Harris here. I can go with that.
I think
Jets.
Just put a difference maker back there. Like he can catch the ball too because they have a barren receiving talent.
I don't think Najee Harris. I think he's gonna be drafted. Be the first running back drafted, but I don't think he's the best running back in this draft.
Yeah, that is also a debate.
I think it's Travis Etienne or whatever the hell he says his name.
Etienne.
Etienne, yeah.
I call him ATM because it's easier and
he's cash, bro. I like that.
So jokes aside, but
and I'm happy that he's not going to the Jets because I like him, so that works out good for me.
I want to see you succeed.
Exactly, go to a team I like.
The 4th team in the East.
Yeah. I like there's some players when I watch the draft, I like certain players, you know what I mean, and then they get drafted by Jets. I'm like, what the hell? And then I'm happy when they like D Milner. I liked him a lot, and then he sucked and got drafted by the Jets. I'm just happy about. Mark Sanchez, I kind of liked, I don't know, but then same thing, drafted by Jets.
Yeah, USC, and then
except they beat the Patriots in the playoffs. I don't like that too much.
Yeah, they made 3 conference appearances in a row.
Yeah.
Just never made the hunt.
No, Rex Ryan.
Those defenses with Revis and shit.
Yeah.
That was pretty serious.
Yep.
They had some decent lines. I think they had. I'm blanking the names. Bart Scott was.
Yeah, Bart Scott was there.
I'm trying to think who they had in the middle. It was I think it was Harris or something. But they've always had.
Oh, David Harris.
Yeah, that's
Snacks.
Yeah. Well, that's Damon Harris.
Damon Harris, yeah.
They had him too.
Yeah.
But they've usually been successful with the defensive picks.
Yep.
But I like running backs. Just get talent in the offense. that's a dying trend, is getting them early. But
no one takes running backs early.
If you look back, there's been running backs in the first round. I mean, Clyde was 32, so it is what it is. But in previous years, Josh Jacobs was in the 20s.
But it's been fading. Like you had the year where you had like McCaffrey and Fournette. You know what I mean? Like that was like the last like they were drafted pretty early. That's been later and later.
There was the Melvin Gordon, Todd Gurley year.
Yeah.
Where like they were both 1A, 1B type deal. Obviously started off amazing. Kind of both have changed paths career wise since.
Yeah, Gurley's all done. That's why.
It looks like it.
But they said I saw a thing he looked the shortest prime of like any player or something like that.
That's great. I mean,
but you think back, I don't think so. I think it's been short, like Michael Turner and shit like that. You know what I mean?
You can find some examples. Like we were talking about Jay Cutler earlier.
Exactly.
But I like the pick there. Just talent on the offense.
Yeah. So next team here, 24, Pittsburgh Steelers. What are they gonna do? They got they re-signed Juju Smith-Schuster. I don't really know what I mean. They're not taking a quarterback here. They're not, there's no one there. I think they look something like Carlos Basham from Wake Forest, a D edge guy, something like that. He plays D2. He's like a D tackle interior guy.
Yeah,
too.
That's definitely an ideal pick. I would say offensive line is a concern. I mean, I think they had DeCastro get injured or something last season, and then Pouncey retired.
Yeah.
Like they just have an overall older offensive line in general, and I think to get someone in there, like I think was interior guys, higher ranked. Like I would take. I don't have it in front of me, but the Alabama guy is good, or Michigan. I like the Mayfield kid.
Yeah, Jalen Mayfield.
If you look back, Michigan's always had offensive line. They don't have nothing else apparently. But
except for quarterbacks.
You go to
Tom Brady.
They have.
But it's like the only one. I don't know.
Was Cesar Ruiz in recent drafts? I think was he a Michigan guy? They've had.
I don't know.
They always go some in the first or second by the second round.
Yeah.
There's 2-3 offensive line from Michigan in the top 100 picks.
Yeah.
They just get big guys back there. You want to be able to, you have Big Ben. He's not gonna improvise, run off, and make plays. He doesn't do that.
Like he used to.
So.
He used to be great on the run. He was better on the run.
You need someone that can fortify the pocket and just push the big bodies. Big Ben's not gonna move anymore, so you gotta protect him or whoever's back there in the future.
Yeah. So Mayfield's a good pick there. Next up we got the Jaguars, second time around. They got Trevor Lawrence at 1 overall last time around. They could probably use some help on the offensive line also. You still have someone like Alex Leatherwood there from Alabama. They could use help everywhere.
You could argue receiver. I mean, I like Chark. I'm a fan of his.
Yeah, he's good.
And
Chris
they
Conley.
just got Chenault
Yep.
in the draft before, so I don't think they go that direction.
Yep.
Honestly, it may be taking a swing, but it's a mock. So I think if they pair ETN there with
James Robinson.
They got James I mean, but ETN's a pass catcher as well.
Yeah, I don't know if they go running back there though. Because they have James Robinson.
Yeah.
I think you forget that James Robinson.
I did for a brief moment. He was undrafted for a brief moment.
Yeah. But
I wanted them to pair him with Lawrence.
Yeah.
But with the emergence of Robinson, that's what there was a wrench into.
You have you can get Jackson Cartman there, offensive lineman out of Clemson. He's still around.
That would be a good pick. I mean, I guess there's some familiarity.
I think we're gonna go there. Let's go Jackson Carmen there.
For some reason, my brain was like, let's pair the Clemson together.
Hey, maybe you did it right this way. Let's see. Jackson Carmen. See you later. Next up, we got the Browns. Browns here. So they had the best year they've ever had. So I think literally, you know what I mean. So Najee Harris, cross him out. I think they use help on the offensive line for sure. There's people like Leatherwood, Sam Cosmi there. But they, jeez, I don't really. Someone like Devin Collins would be good for the linebacker. You know what I mean? They could probably use help there.
Yeah. Shore up the linebacker spot.
Yeah.
I mean, they have Garrett and Vernon. He used to be on the Giants. Like, they have guys up front. Their secondary is pretty with Denzel Ward. They just got Grant Delpit last season.
Yeah.
I mean, he got hurt before the season started, but it's like that's like a draft pick in itself. It's because he never ended up playing.
Yeah.
So I like them getting shorn up the middle of the field in today's game. It's like that's a prioritized spot. So I like he's a rangy athlete. Just cover that spot.
Yeah.
You got first level and the second level. I mean, secondary. Just get something in the second level.
Yeah.
Like just someone that can run stop.
So who we say? David Collins? Is that what we're going with?
I'll pencil that in.
Yeah, David Collins.
Literally.
Literally, yeah. David Collins. The old Browns. The Ravens, right?
Oh, yeah.
Did there. They're up now. They could use some help. No one wants to go there. And they can use a receiver like someone like Chris Olave. I mean, they got who went there at free agency? Was it like Sammy Watkins or something?
They did get Sammy Watkins, but
you can't rely on him though.
Marquise Brown, he's pretty solid. I don't know if he's the best fit with Lamar Jackson.
No.
Like seeing how they played, or just with the offense, I don't know if he's ideal. You get Watkins, as you alluded, you can't rely on that. If you play fantasy, goes off week 1 and then he's MIA. You never see him.
Yeah.
Like he'll get 4 touchdowns week 1 and then
that's it. And that's it.
That's his season production in the first week.
So can't rely on that. So what are you thinking there?
I like the Olave.
Yeah.
I mean, to be bold, I like Tamaron Terry.
I like him too.
I feel like he's a bigger guy.
Yeah, that's probably what they're looking for. Someone bigger.
Like they have this slight speedy guys.
Yeah. Get someone like Anquan Bolden in there. I think used to have.
They have 25 tight ends.
I'm writing that down
on the roster.
Terry.
So I like the Tamaron Terry because get you a big body receiver. You said they haven't had one since Bolden.
Yep.
Like they've had the Willie Sneads of the world. Hollywood Browns like 5'10". Like
fast as hell.
Just give him Lamar a red zone target to really get the best.
I mean, you see what he does with Andrews. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like there's only like blanking there. You get
now people are on top of that.
Yeah. So give him another option. You know, give Lamar Jackson a chance. That's what I said. Terry will help. Next up is the Saints, and the Saints could use some help at quarterback, but I don't think they're gonna take one here.
It is a little early.
Yeah.
For the remainder of the board in that position.
Yep. What's it called? Alex Leatherwood's still good. Is still there, offensive lineman.
Right.
He's been sitting around. He fell in our draft. Also like Paulson Adebo from Stanford's there, cornerback. I know they have Lattimore.
Adebo, if he went out like the year over, he was eligible the prior year, he would have been like top 15. Like he was highly touted. I think this shortened season and like just COVID year, he didn't play. Whether it was like a 1 year thing.
Yeah.
I think he has more to prove, in that he would be a good candidate for there. They can't take the quarterback. Offensive line, I mean, you can always never have enough of those.
Mm-hmm.
I like the weather. Was it
Alex Leatherwood.
Leatherwood, yes.
It's been a long show.
Long show. I'm in my work.
Yeah.
But I
Alex
like.
Leatherwood. Yeah.
He may or may not fall in the actual draft.
No, he's
The way
good.
things-
He's a beast. So, but
the way things are shaking out.
yeah.
But we don't want to give you the cookie cutter things. Like you could look up
No.
NFL.com.
This is the exact way it's going to go down. It's going to be one trade. It's going to be the Broncos and the Lions, and that's it.
Yeah, and Mac Jones, instead of 3, he's going to go 19.
Yeah.
So you heard it here first.
Yeah. Watch out, Fitzpatrick. 29, we got the Packers. There's a lot of different ways we can go with the Packers. But they're obviously a good team. They just re-signed Aaron Jones. They have Devontae Adams. Another receiver could help, but they don't have to go receiver. Probably need help in the secondary.
Secondary is somewhat. I mean, it's not an issue.
No.
But you could definitely get like another corner. Like Kevin King was getting toasted all playoffs.
Yeah.
Like it was like Scotty Miller's running behind him.
Yep.
Like all these receivers. So to get like an Adebo type, to get a Paulson Adebo,
Yeah.
I like that.
I think that's a
that
good
move.
pick right there.
Because they have Jair Alexander, who's like a top 5 corner now.
Yeah.
Like, but
Put him on the other
this-
side. Try to.
they don't have. That's why Kevin King's getting targeted.
Yeah, because he
more
gets
than
all the targets. So he's getting burned because he has no fucking energy left. I think that's a good pick right there, Paulson Adebo. We crossed that off my boy. I had him pretty high on my thing. Next up is the Bills. They could use a running back, kind of. I mean, they have kind of 2 shitty ones. You know what I mean?
2 like they're not power bags, but they're not speed bags.
No, I think they wasted a pick. What was the guy they took last year?
Moss.
Yeah, Zach Moss.
Out of Utah.
Waste of a pick.
I liked him. It's just like you have Devin Singletary and
Yeah.
they're like the same guy.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Like,
Like, what? They should have did something. That was bad.
they got some like you didn't get a speed guy or you didn't get
Like the big
like-
monster. He's got Devin Singletary again. That's what he did. And he's not even that good. Like, the fuck do it. So,
so do they take another running?
they
Like,
take
that's like
18
3 years in
they
a
take
row.
ATM there, but I don't know.
I think that's harder to convince.
No, I don't.
I like
Christian Barmore. I mean, if you want to go on the defensive side, you still have him there.
Barmore or is it Basham?
Basham, yeah. Do we have him go yet? No.
I don't think he's on my board
Alright,
still.
no, alright, no. I thought we already have. So, I think Basham's a good pick. I think it's a good pick there. Carlos Basham.
I mean, their team's playoff like top 4 playoff ready.
Yeah.
You can make marginal improvements. There's like not. You could pick. I mean, they could get a better running back,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't think just because the way they've invested, I don't think they're gonna do it a 3rd year in a row.
No, they
Like,
better not.
they're like at this point, one of these.
It's like the Lions, where except that was like the number. Remember, they're like top 5 picks. Like they just kept taking receivers,
Yeah.
and they were all bad. They got Calvin Johnson.
They were chasing that until Calvin came.
Yeah,
and
they
then
had Roy
he went.
Williams. He was alright, but overall.
Yeah, didn't he end up going like Dallas or
Yeah,
something and
yeah.
being better there?
Yeah. They had both Roy Williams on Dallas at the same time.
Can't have shit in Detroit.
No, exactly. That's why Matt Stafford's gonna go win the MVP next year. The Rams.
Oh
So I
god,
can win the
McVay,
Super
they're
Bowl.
gonna.
Watch out for the Rams this year. If I'm gonna put some money
Yes.
on a team to like win the NFC or something like
I
that,
have to check the odds, but they're.
Rams are a good
They'll
one
be
to
up
look
there.
at. They were just in the Super Bowl a couple years ago. Forget that. Speaking of teams just in the Super Bowl, the Chiefs. They're up next. They stink. Brady lit them up.
They got a lot of issues going on.
Well, they lost, what's his face, the receiver they were talking about, Watkins. He's gone.
No, they lost Watkins. Obviously, they got Mahomes. They got receivers. I don't think they need.
They
to
lost
load
the
up.
lineman, and then they got like Joe Tooney.
And they-
You know what I mean? Like they released, what's his face? Who was the overall number 1 pick? years
Fisher,
ago.
they released both their tackles.
Fisher, yeah.
So I think that's an issue.
But then they signed Tooney, so he's.
Yeah, they did. They plugged 2 holes of one, but they still have issues there.
A lot. So yeah, offensive line would be probably a good way to go there.
I'll give them the Texas kid, Sam
Crosby.
Crosby, because you need offensive line. It's like if you could find a weakness, looking at the Super Bowl, that was the obvious. That was like the storyline.
Yeah.
Mahomes running for his life.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, Tampa Bay was a top defense, one of them last season, but you have everything else, so just pursue that.
So that's what you get. The Buccaneers, Super Bowl champions, who are returning 22 of 22 starters next year.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
What do they need? Quarterback? They're taking I saw a mock draft that they had what's his face? Davis Mills from Stanford going there. I mean, I get it.
That wouldn't be a bad pick.
Yeah.
It just feels early, and then when you have Brady, you just got to get like
another good. They hit a
take
home
every
run.
drop out of this. Like last year's draft.
Tristan Wirfs last year, home run.
They got the best tackle in the draft last year.
He's like the best tackle, like gonna be the best tackle ever. Like do you see the videos of him jumping out of the pool before the draft?
Yeah, inland standing.
Yeah, he's a beast.
And they got Winfield. Like they had 2 issues going into last year, other than the quarterback, but they solved it with Brady. Obviously, they had right tackle and then a difference-making safety.
Yep.
And then they got both those picks. Went to the Super Bowl.
Won it.
Then they filled in. They filled in nicely with the later rounds. Like they got Tyler Johnson, a pretty good receiver. I mean, he's buried in the depth chart.
Yeah, but he's all right.
When he was showcased, he was solid.
Mm-hmm. So who do they take here? You thinking? Is anyone best player available? Asante Samuel Jr.
Like I don't think Leonard Fournette is in their long-term plans.
No, they drafted a guy last year too.
They got Keyshawn Vaughn.
Yeah.
I wasn't impressed by him, and he pretty sure he fumbled a ball on prime time, and I didn't see him after that.
Yeah, they signed Gio Bernard too. Not that he's anything fucking long term.
They did, but
then got Travis.
It's like a Band-Aid.
Then Travis ATM. Who keeps saying that too? Travis ATM. Think he's gonna be the pick there?
I like the pick. I like that pick. It's like a combination. I mean, he's not big like Fournette, but like I feel like Gio Bernard is just strictly pass catching, like running between the tackles. He probably gets 3 yards, 3 yards per carry or less.
You need a third down. You put him out there, or it'd be like LaShawn McCoy last year. He's not in play.
So I figured Bernard's like an insurance policy. You got Fournette for goal line scenarios, and then Travis Etienne, swing out screens. He can motion the slot. He can hand him the ball, and he can take off. I just think, why not give Brady another tool? Like the defense is already top 5 before the season. Like there's not much improvement you could do there. Mm-hmm. So just get another playmaker, and it's another Super Bowl run.
Yep. Well, I didn't agree. Yeah, I agree. And that's it. And that's where the draft's gonna go. You just heard it. Don't even bother watching it. There's not even need. But what you can do is gamble on it because we just gave you all the answers. So take all your money, double it, and put it on all these picks.
Yeah. Put your savings on Fields going 3.
Yep. Yeah. Justin Fields going 3.
And then you can buy the jersey and that's so.
Yeah. Just say take all your money, right? Double it and put it all on the Titans taking Paris Ford with the 22nd pick because that's the way it's gonna go down.
There's probably long odds on that. So you'd be cashing in off like $5.
Yeah. So fucking do it. Like we're here giving you the answers.
That's $5. You don't need the 6-inch BLT. Put it on Ford.
Yeah, put it on Ford. Cash out. You know what I mean? Buy you buy anything you want. Buy rich. But let me get this thing. I'm not the music guy. I think everyone knows that by now.
Yeah, get us.
But here I am on the music. Where's the button? That's it for another episode of Kick a Touchdown Sports. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you, Devin.
Thank you, audience. Thank you, Billy.
Thank you for coming in. And yeah, so that was a good episode there. Make sure you check us out on Instagram at Kick a Touchdown. I'm turning that off. It always happens. I don't want to talk over it. We're on Instagram at Kick a Touchdown Sports, Facebook at Kick a Touchdown Sports. Devin, you want to shout out anything?
Yep. Kick a Touchdown Sports.
Hey.
Follow that. Watch it.
Yep.
Put this on your fridge. You can scan the barcode.
That's right. Watch it whenever you want.
Get the newest episode right there.
Just right there. It's easy. I'll send them. I gotta make more stickers. I'll send them out. Whoever wants them, just ask me. I'll send you stickers. But yeah, thank you for tuning in.
Thank you.
We'll see you guys next time. Y'all be sweet. Peace.
It's a wrap.
Peace.